PNY's GeForce RTX 5060 Ti. This is the 16 gigabyte overclocked edition. How much of an overclock? Probably not that much. Probably the same you can easily get on your own. Not much to really talk about packaging wise. It's a compact box. It's a compact card. But let us open it up and check out this dual fan solution. Kind of nice having the smaller boxes on occasion. Makes it easier to deal with the shipping, packaging. Card doesn't weigh 1,000 pounds. There is almost nothing in here. Quick installation guide. Guess what? Put it in your PCI Express slot. Card itself. Electrostatic bag, naturally. Is it going to have shrink wrap though? Yes, it is. I still haven't quite figured out why some cards omit the shrink wrap, but not all cards. Because is it really necessary? The plugs on the ports. Like, these are freshly manufactured. Is there really stuff going on in the packaging and shipping where things could go seriously wrong and you need to cover all this stuff? Maybe. That one's actually, that's pleasantly easy to pull off. Some of the shrink wrap on these cards gets so, like, it's really stuck on there tight and you're like, man, I can't even pull this off. It takes a long time. This one even has a tab for the back. Lovely. PCI Express 5.0. You can tell by the little T's. T's. Don't know how visible that is. There you go. Now you can see the T's. It is a 16 width slot connector, but the connective bandwidth is only for 8 lanes. So you get half of the by 16 bandwidth, which is fine. That's not a problem. PCIe 4.0 should be totally sufficient. I feel like, is there a cover on the stickers? I think there is. I'll probably worry about that later. Dual fans, tiny fans. I mean, not tiny, but they don't have the integrated rim. That usually means they don't direct airflow as well. A little cheaper, a little lighter. Budget card design is what I would call this. 180 watt power TDP. Nothing super crazy. So only a single 8-pin connector is needed. That's great. Really not too much to talk about in terms of the card design itself. That's a relatively lightweight card, as you would expect. I mean, it's not a card or a GPU that's going to need a ton of cooling. 180 watts should be easy to handle with a dual fan setup. Shouldn't get too hot. I'm sure if you get a bigger card with triple fans like the Asus that I looked at, you'll get slightly higher clocks, slightly lower temperatures, less noise. How much more will it cost? That I'm not totally sure on. MSRP on the 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte is $429 officially. I would assume this is supposed to be an MSRP card, but it might not be. And whether you'll actually see cards at MSRP is an entirely different question. I think, like most GPUs right now, there's going to be enough demand, especially for the 16 gigabyte models, that they will sell out or at least go up in price. So they might end up closer to $500. I would not pay more than that. Performance-wise, we'll see where they land. Nvidia shared some numbers. Looks like, if you don't count multi-frame generation, about a 15 to 20% uplift relative to the 4060 Ti 16 gigabyte. But you do have the 16 gigabytes. That's important. Memory bandwidth, because it's GDDR7, it's so you've got 28 gigabits per second GDDR7 compared to 18 gigabits per second on the 4060 Ti. I think that's right. That makes it for a pretty healthy bump in bandwidth. What is that, 55%? I'd have to do the math somewhere, and I don't have a calculator, and I'm not going to pause the video for that. Full review coming soon. These launch on April 16th, 2025. That's when this video is going up. Still need to do some testing and run benchmarks. But I expect these will be reasonably well received. It's all going to depend on their price and the relative performance. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.